Catholic Family Podcast presents Lent Around the World, daily traditional Catholic meditations read by our friends from across the globe.
This meditation / reflection is called a table for two. I heard this meditation several years ago when I was on ladies retreat, and I thought it was very powerful and wanted to share it with you. I am recalling this from memory, so please bear with me as I explain it. All right, so again, it's called a table for two. I want you to imagine a diner. So a restaurant, it's kind of bustling, lots of people coming in and out. And you notice an older man is coming through the doors. He goes up to the hostess and he says that he would like a table for two. Now, the hostess and all of the waitresses recognize this older man. He always shows up like every single day and always requests a table for two. But they sit him down at a table for two, and he just sits there and waits, maybe sipping some coffee. Very patient, very kind older man, but he's just waiting around and nobody shows up. Every day, maybe even for weeks, like someone will never show up and he just will still keep showing up, waiting for that person. Now, occasionally somebody will come in, and it's this like young lady who will come in and sit down. Sometimes she will only show up for like a minute or two, and then she'll have to hurry off because she has other things to do that seem like, oh, I have better places to be. And like it really off-puts the waitresses, right? Because they're confused. They're like, he's waiting around every single day for you, and you can hardly give him any of your time. It's really doesn't seem fair to the older man. But sometimes she will sit down and spend a little while talking to him. Now, when she is talking to him, she's always just talking about herself. And the waitresses notice this. She's always complaining about something that's going on in her life, venting to him, or just very self-reflective, very or self-centered, I guess. Very self-centered, very much complaining about what's going on in her life. She rarely asks him for his opinion or even really lets him like speak to her. She just keeps going on and on about her life. And the waitresses are just, they really don't understand why this older man keeps showing up for her because she doesn't really seem to care that much about him. And the next day it comes again, and he walks through those doors. The hostess asks him how many people. He says a table for two. Now, when I heard this reflection on retreat, I started to tear up because I was noticing where this was going. The older man is God, and the young lady is me. Um, Now this was a ladies retreat, so you can change up the person who's showing up. It could be an older woman showing up if that's your age demographic, or a young man showing up, right? But again, this was a ladies retreat, so that's what they used. And I immediately realized that, well, maybe not immediately, but I quickly realized that the young lady was me, occasionally showing up to God, but most of the time not really thinking about him throughout the day. Or rarely or very quickly, maybe like hastily thinking about him. Or when I do pray to God, that it's more complaining about what's going on in my life or asking for different gifts or different things to happen in my life. Rarely listening to what he has to say and rarely just being present with God. And I don't know if anybody else can relate, but I know I certainly could during that meditation and reflection. And I thought it was a really powerful like analogy as to what God is doing for us every single day. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. I hope that you can kind of use that analogy to remember throughout the day to show up for God because God is showing up for us every single day. hope you have a wonderful rest of your Lenten season, and God bless you.